Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the KAFI7 stream where we are moments away from getting K7CS number 5 started. My name is KAFI, I'm joined by SIZZ, and I couldn't be more excited for tonight's matchup with the championship title on the line in the GC2 to SSL division between Zoko and Ace. We've seen Zoko twice before now in the K7CS, more than any other player. He's taken down Merton, he's beaten Leia, and the next player standing in his way is Ace, who recently made his debut in a best of 7 series against Pyre. Without a doubt the best series we've ever done so far. Went the distance all the way to Game 7, where Ace was able to get the job done and earn his title shot here tonight against our current champion. If you guys look in chat, there is a poll right now where you guys can bet your channel points on the player who you think will come out on top here tonight. This is a best of 7 matchup, so the first player to win 4 games will be victorious. If you're not sure who to pick, these next couple minutes might help you decide, as we are going to take a closer look at these players, starting with Zoko.
Here he is, the current champion, a player that most of you guys should know at this point because Zoko has played more show matches than any other player in the K7CS, and in these show matches where the pressure is on, having that experience can be a massive benefit for him. But after playing those games and doing pretty well, he's starting to grow a really big ego. Zoko thinks he's absolutely insane at this game, and tonight he's going to be put to a test as he is up against Ace, who is of course a higher ranked player than Zoko. Now I have to be honest, the show match took some convincing to make happen. Zoko was not looking forward to some of the potential matchups that he would have in this top division of the K7CS, but that's the cost of fighting to be the best of the best. No one said it was going to be easy, and I think if Zoko is feeling confident mechanically, hits a couple nice shots early, he could catch everyone by surprise and defend his title of division champion. On the other hand, the guy trying to steal the crown away from Zoko, it's Ace. We already mentioned this guy is the high ranked player in this matchup, so he is the favorite on paper. He's a smart player who relies more on game sense than mechanics, and I think this matchup suits him. Zoko likes to be mechanical in the air, Ace likes to be patient and play off a mistake, so if Zoko isn't hitting shots on offense, it'll be a very easy night for Ace. He does have to be careful though. We've already seen how not only is Ace's shooting inconsistent, but his internet is as well. If he gets weak connections in both areas, it could open the door for Zoko to make this close. Ace recently started streaming with Facecam, and it turns out the guy's handsome. So sadly for Zoko, that's another area of his game where Ace has a clear advantage. One thing that definitely won't help him though is that Ace failed the pre-match inspection with the K7CS medical team. We don't know the details, but we do know that Ace has been fined 10 bits. Really unfortunate. Hopefully his team can find a way to get that situation figured out. But in the meantime, let's take one last look at this matchup before we make it happen. Big advantage for Ace in terms of peak rank, 184 MMR difference between the two players here tonight. But Ace has already proven that rank is not everything. In his debut match in the K7CS, Ace played against Pyre, who is a consistent SSL ranked player. Now it wasn't easy, and it did go all the way to Game 7, but that should give Zoko and every other player who may be considered the underdog the knowledge that you can get the series win if you do play well. Ace is mainly an Octane player, we haven't seen anything different from him yet. Zoko prefers the Octane as well, but when he checked in with the medical team this evening, he did have his Fennec go through inspection as well as the Octane, so maybe worth keeping an eye on to see which car he ends up going with here tonight. This series tonight will be played on US West servers. Zoko won the coin toss, so he got to choose whether this would be played on Central or West. Now what does this matchup mean for the GC2 to SSL division in K7CS? Well, as you can see here, Zoko is the current champion of the division at 2-0, but he's going up against Ace, who sits right behind him at number 2 after an impressive win over Pyre a couple weeks ago. I can tell you now, if Ace loses and his record goes to 1-1, he will remain at that number 2 spot. He's already beaten Pyre, and even though it is possible to beat someone and still have them rise above you in the rankings, we just haven't had enough games played in the division yet to have that happen here. If Zoko loses, he will move down into that number 2 spot and have that title of champion stripped away from him by Ace, who in that case would be our new champion. That covers about everything, which gives us nothing else to do except head over to Manfield Night, where we are ready to get this best of 7 division title show match started. It's a matchup that has been in the making for a long time now. Ace does well to find himself in the position to take the division title off of Zoko here in this best of 7 matchup. And on Zoko's end, a chance for the first ever title defense in K7CS history. And here's Ace trying to make something happen early. Zoko with an aggressive challenge. Could be a sign of things to come. We do know that he is a very aggressive player on offense and defense. Goes for a pinch now on 0 boost, not going to find its way in. Ace will have that one pretty comfortably. Now he has a chance to get something going on offense. Really close fake challenge from Zoko there. He got so close to the ball without actually going. And he actually opened up a chance there for Ace to shoot. He did well to get back to it though. 30 seconds played, pretty even so far. And Zoko does well to box out Ace to grab that mid boost. He's got a lot of time and space now. Gonna choose to be patient with this one. Actually gets a really good 50 there, and this should be open if he can control it. He does, and he puts it in the net. That's really well played from Zoko there. Good 50, really good contact on that 50. And that leads to Zoko opening the scoring here in the division title matchup. And that could be a bit of a wake-up call there for Ace. I don't think it's anything to worry about just yet, but I think he can use that to try and settle himself into this game and realize that he's not going to be given anything for free tonight. Ace going to get the boost and ball after Zoko decides to back off here. He does stay in the play, and that could backfire on him. Yeah, he just overcommitted a bit there. Ace is going to walk this one into the open net. Zoko trying to stay in the play on a low boost. It's not a bad play, but when you're on zero boost like that, you have to be so careful to make sure that you're doing the simple mechanics right. Just didn't get enough power and precision on his shot there, and that leaves him stranded up the field. Not enough boost to get back. Ace will take a free goal every day of the week. Zoko going to play this one towards the mid boost now. Awkward angle. Going to choose to be patient with this one as well. Might have had a chance to shoot there. He'll try one now. Ace there for the 50. Zoko will get a boost steal on his way out. Going to take this one to his back corner here. Maybe looking for a full field air dribble. Let's see what he's got. Nice setup. These are good touches here. Can he get the reset? He does get it. Ace is there for the save though. That's a good setup for Zoko. That's a difficult shot mechanically. And speaking of difficult shots, Ace has missed the most open net of all time. Zoko gets away with one there, and our score will remain at 1-1. Ace going to have some possession now in his back corner, has full boost, and Zoko's going to give him a little bit of space here. Ace dribbling the ball now, looking for an early flick. Zoko meets it into the corner. Ace going to play for the rebound, pops it on target. Zoko up to meet it though. Ace keeping the pressure on into the corner. That's not the greatest touch from Zoko, but that's not the greatest shot from Ace either. Big chance there. It was a misplay from Zoko, but Ace was not able to capitalize on the chance. In the end, it won't matter. Ace does get his goal. The result of sustained pressure. Does well to pin Zoko in his own half, not letting him out. And then there gets a nice outplay. 2-1 now in favor of Ace. 2:52 left on the clock here in game 1 in this best-of-7 series. Kickoff won by Zoko. We'll have a chance to shoot, and he is going to slot that one in the open net. 2-2 now. Ties the game up. And a pretty even start here in game 1. I don't think either player is really pulled ahead as they look like the favorite, and I think that's aimed mainly at Ace. He is the higher ranked player. He should be the favorite in this game. And I really think that speaks to how much pressure can really be in these show matches. You know, people are watching, people's prides and egos are on the line. And even if you're really confident going into a matchup, it's completely different once you get out there and you're actually in the show match for real. Here's Ace though, into the air, loses control a bit, does have it roll nicely towards the corner boost though. Zoko with another insanely close fake challenge. Ace doesn't have the greatest placement on the shot, but Zoko hands it right back to him. Second chance here now. He's creeping up towards the net, and he's just too close at that point to miss. Nothing Zoko could do. He needed a challenge a bit earlier. I think once Ace gets this first touch towards his net, he needs to go. But you can see he was turned awkwardly, and he cannot get back to that one quick enough. Ace retakes the lead. 3-2 here now. Game 1. 2:19 left on the clock. Nice boost grab there from Ace. Jumps over Zoko. Nice setup here. Maybe looking for a reset. He gets the reset, but it's very soft. It still finds its way in, though. Zoko, nothing but a spectator there. I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe he thought it was wide, but you can see there, just not a convincing shot at all from Ace on the reset, but I think Zoko assumes that one's going wide, and that one just creeps into his net. Zoko now trailing by 2. 2:09 left on the clock here in game 1. It's a nice kickoff win for Ace there. He's going to grab that mid boost, and he's going to look to start an attack here from the wall. Cutting in field now. Zoko's out to meet it, though. That's a good challenge from him. He's going to grab that mid boost as well. Ace going to have to retreat. Needs to be careful here with the demo. Does well to jump early. That boost isn't too important for him. He has 70 already. Zoko keeping the pressure on, though. Trying to cut it around him, and he does get it around Ace. Tries to force it a little bit there with the Astro pinch there. Very tough shot to get regardless, but yeah, I think if he maybe would have tried to just play that one into the middle and use his boost to catch back up to it, I think it would have worked out better for him. Here he is in the air, though. Looks a bit out of reach. Finds a way to hit it to the backboard from there. And pops it back middle. He has to retreat now. He's on 0 boost. Ace can take this one straight down the middle of the field. Zoko will grab that mid. Ace threatening a flick. Does get it to go, but it's going to be saved by Zoko onto his own crossbar. Has to be careful now on low boost though. Ace trying to keep the pressure alive. Zoko does want to get it around him. Gonna choose to go for the boost still though. Didn't think he had enough boost to catch up to that one, and I think he was right. Ace now in an awkward spot defending. Will clear it out towards the mid boost. Zoko's there though. Zoko handing possession right back to him. Ace gonna flick it towards net. Zoko has the save, but only temporarily. And Ace gets an outplay, and that's around him. Ace increases his lead to 5-2 with under a minute left here in game 1. Zoko has been falling for these fake challenges from Ace pretty much all game now. You know, Ace kind of creeps up, stays in the play like he's going to challenge, but he doesn't actually challenge. He's just staying close to the ball, which then makes Zoko throw the ball away, and he's just losing possession in these situations where it really would benefit him to keep the ball close. Zoko trying to find a kickoff goal, but Ace does have enough boost to get back to it. He is low, though. He's probably going to have to take a 50, and he does. He's not in the greatest spot, but that's a great bump there on Zoko. Ace trying to get this ball clear, and Zoko will eventually take this one back into his own half. It's not the best bounce for him, though, and Ace is there, and he is not going to miss that one. He now leads 6-2 in this opening game of the GC2 to SSL Division title show match. Even with shooting as bad as Ace is, he cannot miss that one, and he is now 30 seconds away from taking a lead in the series and moving one step closer to earning that crown as the champion. Zoko now maybe trying to take one for the road, maybe leave with some confidence for game 2. Ace staying solid though, and I don't actually think we've seen many saves from Ace this game. He's been solid where he needs to. He's been strong in challenges and 50s, but in terms of actual shots put on net, I don't think Zoko's actually had too much offense that Ace has had to answer to. So yeah, really good performance from him in game 1. I think he'll be happy with that. He's going to go ahead and close out this opening game of the series, and we're going to get ready to move on to game 2 at Forbidden Temple. Here we go for game 2. Ace off to a good start. He's got the early advantage here in this series. Looking to carry that momentum here into game 2. That Forbidden Temple gets an early fake on Zoko. Doesn't end up in anything, but warning shots being fired early. Ace now maybe going to go into the air. Not the greatest setup, but he does well to stay behind it. Those are good touches. Ace with an awkward landing, though. Zoko maybe could have had a chance if he didn't play for the boost with Ace landing like that. Goes for a flick now. Ace is there for the save onto his own crossbar. Zoko going to recycle possession now into his back corner. Gets the boost. Not the best setup, but he does well to get back to it. Going to have to try and settle for a 50. He goes for the bump instead. Trying to pop this one on net now. Ace is back to it, though. Gets the clear. Zoko trying to keep this one in Ace's half. Can't get the reset, but he will get the boost steal. Trying to shoot there. Can't find the angle, though. He gets tripped up by the Ace there in the process. Ace now coming downfield. Zoko there with a nice cut. Trying to turn this one quick. Ace with a good challenge. And he does well to shut down Zoko's offense before it even gets started. Zoko still on the ball, though. Threatening a flick on the dribble. Gets it off. It's over Ace and into the top corner. Zoko is the first to strike here in game 2. It wasn't the greatest touch there from Ace, but on the low boost, he doesn't have many options. Just trying to be annoying. Get any touches he can to slow Zoko down, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. 3:56 left to play here in game 2. Zoko with the 1-goal lead. Ace now going to go into the air, onto the ceiling, boosting down and back into this one, and that's goal of the series so far. Ace flying high into the sky. Zoko can do nothing but watch. Does really well to boost back down and then flip back up into that one. Beautiful. And Zoko calling it in chat there, your peak. He says, Ace, I don't think you can hit a better shot than that. And I'm hoping that Ace takes that as a challenge and tries to top that. Chance to shoot here for Ace. Gets it on target. Not enough to trouble Zoko. He's going to turn here. Keep the threat alive. Another shot. That actually gets past Zoko, who wasn't able to save it. I think he probably could have saved it. He just didn't get... I mean, that's not the greatest touch to begin with, but I think that shot gives him a chance. Maybe he just turned a little bit. You can see him there reversing. Maybe he wasn't able to get the orientation of his car just right to get back to that one. 2-1 now to Ace. Even kickoff will go in Zoko's favor. Misses the boost initially, though. Will give Ace a chance to get a piece of that ball. Zoko now going to take this to the opposite corner, trying to find some space. Does well to get it over the first challenge from Ace, but can't avoid the second. And Zoko not giving Ace a moment to rest here, challenging that one again. Ace does have the save. It's out, not into a scoreable position, but he does have a good angle on goal here if he chooses to attack it. That's not the greatest touch from him, though. Hands it away. Zoko with the clear. I don't think that's in yet. He's going to try to find a way to dish it in, but he can't get there. Ace back in time. Ace now has some space. Chooses to bang this one early. Going to keep Zoko honest on defense. So he's going to pop out for him, and he's going to place that one into the left side of the net. Really well-placed shot from Ace. We're used to seeing him hit these kind of shots with absolutely no power at all, no conviction. But I got to hand it to him. He hits that one really nicely. Clean into the left side of the net. No chance for Zoko. 3-1 now, 2:54 left on the clock. Another good kickoff from Zoko. He's going to get the ball on the boost. Chance to go in the air. Not the greatest takeoff, though, and he's forced to just kind of shoot that one on net. Ace gets the save, and he could have had more. Doesn't have the greatest recovery, though. Trying to pop this one middle, though. They'll go there for the save. Oh, and it's a really nice fake there from Ace. Catches Zoko flipping out of position. And he shoots it behind him. Another shot that I think is savable here. Zoko just not there. I mean, this is a beautiful fake to begin with. Creates that space for himself. But this shot, I mean, he shot it to where Zoko was. He should have that save, but maybe catching him off guard, expecting a shot to go to that far side of the net. But yeah, either way, Ace doesn't care. He's got a goal to increase his lead by 3 until Zoko scores a kickoff goal to bring it back down to 2. Half the game played now, and I think Ace is emerging as the stronger player, but it's not easy. It's not clean. Zoko's still very much in this. We've seen what this guy can do on offense, so I think it just takes one really nice shot. If he can hit the kind of shot that Ace just hit earlier on him off the ceiling, I think it could be a big confidence boost, and we could see almost a new player be born into the series. Zoko was trying to get one there. Ace with enough boost to recover, though. He gets out in front of Zoko, and he's going to finish that one off to increase his lead back up to 3. 2-12 now. Zoko can't believe it, but yeah, Ace does well to save some boost. Still had 12 there on the follow-up to that shot. Played it really nicely to recover. Zoko used all of his for that offensive play. Wasn't able to get it to go in, and that's the risk with Zoko's play style. He loves to go all in on offense, score these nice aerial plays. Let's see if he can get one here. Plays it over. Ace not able to find the dunk into that top right corner. And Ace doing well. He does so well with his pathing. And it gets it around Zoko, but he's not able to get that one in. That extra touch at the end killed his chances. Zoko just trying to get this one as far away from his net as possible here. You can see his touches. Not much thought going into him. Just get that ball away. Ace playing off another rebound. Chance to shoot. Trying to snipe that bottom right, but he can't find it. Zoko now has a chance to go up the wall. It's a touch out, but I think it's again getting away from him. He gets the reset, but it's not in time. Ace there to cut it off. He's going to cut this one in field. Should be a free goal, and he does find this one. I thought he might miss, but no mistake there. 6-2 now in favor of Ace. Good kickoff there from Ace. I think in this series, the kickoffs have been fairly even, and I think that's a good sign for Zoko. I've never thought that kickoff has been his weakness. We've seen some players where, they can really lose their reach in a series. I think the game that comes to mind for me is Merton's first series against Zoko, where Merton just couldn't get his speed flip to be consistent, and he really kind of was losing control of the series because of that. In Rocket League, the kickoff is the thing that you do the most, so having a good kickoff is so important. It's not just like a 1v1 thing. It's every single game mode. You need to have a strong kickoff if you want to be a good player. 45 seconds remain here in game 2. Zoko trying to probably get some consolation goals. I don't think the game is in reach anymore. Obviously things can change if he can string a couple quick ones together, but the way it looks right now, I don't see the momentum shifting in his way. I think Ace looks very much in control of this series. Zoko with another whiff. That's going to be another goal for Ace. 7-2 now. Zoko calls next in chat, and I don't blame him. I think this one's out of reach. No point in playing out the 22 seconds. Sometimes I think playing out the game can help you get a read on your opponent, but in this case, I think it's more about Zoko and less about Ace, because I think he actually performed better in this game. The scoreline is worse, but I think he performed better. And the main reason for that, as you can see in a second here, Ace has 7 saves in this game. In game 1, he only had 2 saves. Getting more offense going and forcing more saves out of Ace is going to be Zoko's best chance to swing this series back in his favor. Game 3, DFH Stadium. For me, it's now or never for Zoko in this game. I don't think he can overcome being down 3 games in a best of 7. I don't think he can do it. That might be a little harsh to say. That's just my opinion based on what I know about this player. Ace getting off to a great start here. For him, I don't see anything stopping Ace from closing out this series. I have to just be honest. I think coming into this series knowing that he's the stronger player, he should have already had an underlying confidence from that. And then getting off to the start that he's gotten to it, I don't think he's played the best. I don't even think Ace has been at his highest level tonight, but it still has been enough to get the job done. He's up 2 games, and I think being up 2 games, he's in this position now, game 3. I can't see him losing this now. Zoko would have to really turn it up and make Ace start to doubt himself. I think it's really on Zoko. The ball's in his court. You can see here, he's making these mistakes on defense, tripping on the goalpost. He's made this mistake before where he just gives Ace way too much space. He needs to close down this ball. He can't let Ace just creep up in his zone like that, you know? It's going to be a goal every time. So, yeah, I think any Zoko believers in chat, this game is super, super important for him if he is going to come out on top. And it's not looking good. Ace making it 3 in just 47 seconds. Yeah, I mean, he looks comfortable catching. Zoko's just making simple mistakes. Flipping for boost when he shouldn't. He's playing ball over boost. Or no, he's playing boost over ball, sorry. There's a kickoff, fake kickoff to get some possession, though. Off his back corner. You can see just the mechanics aren't there. You know, I think it's a belief thing at this point. I think being down 2 games, I think he feels beaten already, which is not a good sign. You know, there's still plenty of times. Oh, okay, Zoko not going to move there. That would have been a problem there if he did that. He like did the change teams thing where he can spawn out. Yeah, you can see in chat there. Yeah, it doesn't matter. 4 goals. Ace is up, and he looks comfortable. He looks confident. I don't think... I mean, this could be a really quick... Like, the way this is going, Zoko doesn't feel like he's in this at all. Like, we haven't seen anything from Zoko in this... in Game 3. I can see an early forfeit. You can see Zoko just nothing's going his way right now. He's just... I mean... He just seems really out of it right now. Ace trying to get a flick towards the top left, can't find it. Zoko just on crumbs of boost. Desperate double jump there to try and catch up to it. He's out of position again. This could be an open net for Ace, and it is. That's 5 already for Ace with very little resistance from Zoko, it has to be said. I mean, he's on cruise control in this one. Zoko, this one's not competitive. I think it's been a good series. I think the game's been good so far. This one has not been as competitive, and I think it's only up to Zoko to turn this around. Can't get the shot there, doesn't get the best contact. Does have the boost. That's a good demo, though. Needs to turn this in. I think he will. He will. Can't find a way to mess that one up. And he's on the board, and that's huge. You know, it's still 5-1 down. There's a big deficit there, but mentally, that is huge for Zoko. He still has a chance. You know, 4 goals down with 3 minutes. There's plenty of time. Plenty of time. That should be all he's thinking about. He's going to actually come ahead on this kickoff. He's going to get that boost, which is going to then give him the ball, but he doesn't play it well. He's going to give that one away. Ace is there to cut it off. Gets the boost. Going to play this one patiently now. Zoko's going to back all the way off. Good fake challenge there, but Ace gets the bump on him, and that's going to find its way in anyways. 6-1 now. And Zoko calls next already. I mean, the game was not going well, but I mean, there's still that's less than half of the game played. Only down 5. I mean, I think that's early, but Zoko feels the game's lost and doesn't want to let Ace heat up too much. I mean, I guess I get it, but so early to forfeit there. And to me, it feels like the series is gone for Zoko. Down 3 in the series. I just don't know if he has that resilience to bounce back from this one. But if he can find a way to somehow reverse sweep Ace, not only will it be a huge statement of his character, but a statement of his intent as well. Can he do it? Let's find out at Utopia Coliseum for Game 4. No more second chances for Zoko. It is do or die, as he will need to reverse sweep Ace if he wants to retain his title of Division Champion. Off to almost a strong start there. Got the flick over Ace, but got bumped. He couldn't get back to it. Turns on this one with no boost, though, and finds the target. That's a good start for Zoko. And maybe that's the goal that gives him some belief, you know, some confidence that he's still here in this matchup, that he can get something from this series. For Ace, I think it's business as usual. Nothing to be concerned about. Only 13 seconds in here in Game 4. That's a good kickoff win from him. Gonna play this one towards the mid boost. Gonna speed it up. Maybe looking for a shot. Goes for that early fake. We saw that a lot when he played Fire. Ace does so well to stay behind the ball in those close interactions. You know, he's so hard to get past, and I think that's been Zoko's biggest struggle in this series, is trying to find a way to get past Ace on offense, you know? You can't find a way to break him down. You can see here, he's just always in a position for a 50. Zoko trying to get a quick shot here, but Ace is back to meet it, though. And he's going to try and speed this one up, maybe looking for a counter attack. Again, stays in a position for a 50. He gets a boost steal out of it as well. On the ceiling now, down, going to fake first. Zoko on the back wall defending. Ace fakes again, and Zoko with a nice challenge there. Ace was threatening a lot of different angles there, and Zoko did really well to shut that one down. Zoko trying to get a demo there. Not sure how he didn't get it. He slammed into Ace. Might still have a chance here with a long shot, and he takes it really well. And that's such a good play from Zoko. He didn't get the demo on that play, but it was still such a good bump. He had the boost advantage. He played it well. He sped the ball up, and he got that shot on target. 2-0 now in Zoko's favor. And it's another good kickoff from him. Maybe things are starting to fall in his favor a little bit. Ace still has possession. Gives it away, though. That's an opening for Zoko. He'll choose to take it to the left wall. See what he can do in the air. Ace is threatening a ceiling challenge, though, so Zoko's going to stay patient. Ace with a nice challenge there, and he's going to be up first if this one. Has a chance to shoot it. Lobs it a little bit high. I think Zoko's going to be there for that one. Let's get the block in the end. Ace with a big boost advantage. Zoko can only clear it downfield. And Ace might look to speed this one up. He does. Zoko's there to meet it, though. And Zoko is forced to retreat. He will get the boost. Ace going into the air now. Zoko on the back wall. Trying to make the save, but he can't find the angle. Can only hit it straight back into Ace, who is staying behind that ball, protecting it well. I don't think it was actually what he was going for. I think he wanted the reset, but he won't care. He got the goal, and he cuts Zoko's lead in half. 3:08 on the clock here in Game 4. And it's going to be a fake kickoff from Zoko. I think Ace might have read it. Still kind of hands the ball to Zoko, who's in the air now with it. These are nice touches, though. Gets the reset. This actually looks really good. Flips back into it. Kind of scoops it back up into the air. Ace is there for the save. Didn't have the most power on that shot. Not the most venom. And Ace is there to read it. Gonna go for a long shot now. Maybe trying to catch Zoko by surprise, and it works. Zoko caught too far forward. Ace throwing a shot on net, trying to keep him honest on his goal line. And Zoko a bit lazy there on defense, it has to be said. And he is the only one who can turn this series around. He's really got to start stepping it up if he wants to do that. Pretty even kickoff. Will fall in Ace's favor. He tries to get an early flick and get some bumps on Zoko on the way. Is able to turn on this one with the pads he grabbed, and he is taking the lead with 2:39 on the clock. Zoko cannot be happy with that one. And I really do feel for him, because I don't think he did much wrong. I mean, it was the kickoff to begin with, but everything after that, it's just Rocket League. That stuff happens sometimes, and it's really annoying. Ace with a nice kickoff win. Zoko's going to try and stay on this one. He does well. Gets a nice 50. Trying to find the shot, but just doesn't get the power that he needs on that one. I think if he grabbed one more small boost pad, he would have been able to get that one on target. He does well to keep the ball, though. He's going to play this one into his back corner boost. And he's looking to maybe go coast to coast here. He's up in the air. Ace is off the ceiling, and he meets him in the middle of the air. Zoko uses his reset nicely there. Gets a wave dash. Ace not showing any respect to Zoko there. Just drives up to him. And Zoko puts this one on target, and he will tie this game up. I mean, Ace just drove right up to Zoko like he wasn't even there, like he didn't see him. I think he might have been going for like a drive challenge, but it only really works when the ball is not bouncing like that. Zoko was able to easily just pop it over him and take the open net. Even kickoff here. Zoko will have to back off there. Ace, again, doing well to stay close to the ball, not letting Zoko have anything for free. And Ace actually with a big chance to score there, just didn't get the connection that he needed. Had the chance to pull ahead in this game, which is, of course, on match point. Ace just needs one more game win to close this series out. And to be honest, I don't think he'll be feeling much pressure at this point, knowing that he only needs one more. I mean, he's just walking Zoko down with some of this offense. This has happened too much for Zoko in this series now. He gives Ace way too much space. I mean, how many times have we seen this where Ace gets about 4 feet away from Zoko's net? And some of this commentary might sound a little negative towards Zoko. And I think it's more to do with the fact that he's 3 games down and it's just such an uphill battle from here that I think from Zoko's perspective, there's nothing but negatives to focus on, you know? And speaking of negatives, Ace is going to send another shot towards net and increase his lead by 1 more. And I think the worry for Zoko is that these games haven't been super close. You know, game 1, 6-2, game 2, 7-2, game 3, 6-1. And it's not even the score lines. It's, oh my God, Ace just has a read on him. You can see there, Zoko faking a kickoff. Ace just reads it and chips it right over him. Ace just has a read on Zoko. And, you know, you can see in the performances of these games that Zoko hasn't really felt like he's been in it too much. You know, we see flashes here and there, but overall, Ace has had such control over the series. You know, I think games 1 and 2, we're asking for somebody to step up and take control. Ace, I don't think, grabbed it by the scruff of the neck or anything, but, you know, he won the games. You know, he took control in the sense that he won those games without really having to dig deep for it. Might just not be Zoko's day. Missing contact on the shot there. Does get a demo, but not enough boost to get around this and get back to the ball before Ace spawns in. He will try anyways. Ace has the save. Zoko keeping the pressure on. Is that one finding his way in? Of course not. There's anything to go against Zoko. And Ace is actually going to get a goal out of this. Well, how can we make it worse? Oh, and on top of that, here's the cherry. Zoko calls GG's. Congratulations to Ace. He's going to take the best of 7 series. We have a new champion in the GC2 to SSL division. Ace, well done. Zoko, unlucky. We will be looking for a monumental comeback from you the next time we see you compete in the K7 CS. I'm going to go head back to the studio with Arsenal. Again, congratulations, Ace, our new GC2 to SSL division champion, moving his record to 2-0.
That's going to wrap things up here tonight. Ace getting the job done in the very first sweep of K7 CS, taking down Zoko in 4. But how does that affect our rankings? Let's take a look. You can see here, Ace moving into that number 1 spot. Zoko's down to 2nd, still above Pyre, but he has played 2 more games than him. It has already been revealed, but our next show match in this division will be with 2 players who have not yet made their K7 CS debuts. That's a big series coming up between Half and Zoo. But next up, we move over 1 division into the Champ 2 to GC1 bracket as we get ready for next Friday's matchup between Sunny and Merton. Make sure if you're new to hit that follow button. We do show matches every single Friday. Join the Discord if you're interested in playing one of those. Let me know you want to play. SIZZ, thank you again for being here tonight. I appreciate all of you guys watching live on Twitch, as well as everybody who's watching on the KAFI7 YouTube channel, where we post all of the show matches that we've ever done. Don't go anywhere just yet. We are going to be running some viewer games after this. We're going to check out the series highlights and the credits. I hope everyone has a great rest of your nights. I'll see you all in the next one.